Welcome into your post-game coverage of the Arkansas-Texas Tech Liberty Bowl matchup as Arkansas goes on to win the last game of the year. It's time for your quick post-game thoughts. You can see the band still playing. We still got festivities going on behind us. Talon Green just accepted the MVP award, and then they handed the Liberty Bowl trophy to Coach Sam Pittman. Now, I just want to give some quick thoughts. Still got to go back and watch tape. You're going to get one more breakdown this year as far as watching these guys here on the field. But I will say this. It really jumped off the sheet. I know we were missing a lot of players on the offensive side and defensive side, but so was Texas Tech. And so I'm really not trying so much to get into this back and forth of which team had more, which team had less. I think equally they both were missing a lot of their star power. That being said, that was an 8-5 team. I think this is just another example of how tough it is to play in the SEC each and every year. What I saw on the field was complete domination up front. The physicality was not even close to being matched as far as Arkansas against Texas Tech. And so this 6-6 season, sometimes it is very difficult to sometimes not give them a little bit of grace just with the amount of talent that we play week in and week out in the SEC, because that 8-5 Texas Tech team coming in today's matchup, I feel like didn't even belong on the football field, if I'm being honest. But let's go ahead and get into a quick couple things that I was looking for in this matchup, and that would be coaching. All right, so even with these players in and out, I was very curious to see how well our coaching would do, especially when your lineup is thin. You don't have the guys that you're used to starting week in and week out. And I was talking to Clint Sterner a little bit earlier this week, and he kind of said something that resonated with me, was saying now the backups come in. It shouldn't be so much of trying to get them up to speed to teaching them the play calls, teaching them the right protections. It really is going to show how well these coaches are coaching not just the starters, but each and every player on the team. And I will say this, the way that Arkansas came out firing on all cylinders to start this game, 21 points in the first quarter, holding Texas Tech to 3, even though they gave up a few yards, but keeping them out of the end zone. I thought Arkansas coaching staff won the coaching battle today against Texas Tech. So many questionable play calls on the Texas Tech side that kept them out of the end zone, in my opinion. So that was a highlight to see. I also like to see Talon Green. I think he did a phenomenal job today. I don't think he did too much. I was really worried he would come into this matchup thinking we lost a lot of our starters. I need to make sure I do a little bit more and above to win this football game. He was patient in the pocket, and he made some good reads. What I really liked was the play recognition on the touchdown throw that he threw to the running back out of the backfield. What he did, he went up to the line of scrimmage. He saw pressure was coming. He went like this, and this is a classic play call from Coach Petrino's era. I knew exactly what was going to happen, and I saw Talon saw pressure coming off the edge. It's going to have all four receivers run vertical and have your running back run an angle out of the backfield. Talon saw that, recognized it, made the check on his own without Coach Petrino. That was a big progression, in my opinion, of pre-snap recognition to make sure you put your players in a good position to be successful. It was really cool. Right after that touchdown, he ran up to backup quarterback, and they did a little dance. I think that was probably the most excited he was all day because of understanding we scored because of what I saw pre-snap. I got my guys into the right play, and that was fun to watch. Now, like I said, it's hard for me to put too much on this game. It was a crapshoot. You got players that weren't on the team for the most part of the entire year that opted out, and you had a whole lot of new faces. So what does this momentum mean going into the offseason? I'll be honest, I'm not sure yet. And so I think there's still a lot of question marks around this football team. Up front needs to be addressed, no doubt about that, offensively and defensively with the big guys. Secondary is going to be a big one. Receiving core is going to be a big one, how they're going to replenish everything that they lost in the tight end position as well. And as far as Talon is concerned, this is going to be a very, very important offseason to see how much he progresses leading into next year. Now, what we're going to do here in 4th and 5, we're really going to try to do our best to keep track of the portal. All of these guys coming in, we're going to try to give you breakdowns on each and every player we think is going to impact this team next year. And so you're going to see breakdowns with receivers, offensive linemen, DBs, linebackers. And so we got a lot. So don't worry about what we're going to do in the offseason. We're going to make sure that we keep you covered and let you know what you can expect from these new faces coming in to the program next year. We're also going to start tapping into the high school market as well. We want to really have a chance to get out and see some of the top high school athletes right here in the state of Arkansas. And we want to make sure we have a chance to see it in person. So 4th and 5. We got big plans in the offseason. I just want to take a second to thank everybody who supported 4th and 5 all season long. You really motivated not just myself, but the rest of the crew to keep this party going. Like I said, we still got a lot to go. A lot more sponsorship opportunities are about to open up as well. 4th and 5 is just getting started. Once again, thanks y'all so much for being with us all season long. And y'all stay tuned because we got a really big special game plan coming up for the offseason. See you soon.